You didn't stumble here by chance. You are here because something within you already remembers the truth I am about to awaken in you. And that truth is this: attention creates reality. This is not simply an idea. It is not speculation, nor a poetic metaphor. It is the deep architecture of existence itself. Quantum physics has already whispered it to us in the language of mathematics and experiment. At the smallest scales of being, reality does not sit before you as something finished. It waits. It hovers as pure potential, a field of infinite possibilities called superposition. In that vast sea, every version of your life exists simultaneously, dormant, unrealized. And yet, none of them fully take shape until something remarkable happens. Your awareness arrives. In that instant, the infinite collapses into the one. This is the observer effect. Consciousness does not merely witness reality. Your consciousness is the sculptor of the real. Your gaze is the force that calls a possibility into being. Attention creates reality. Most people have been trained to forget this. They live inside the classical illusion, the belief that the world is fixed, mechanical, and separate from them. They are told that events simply happen, that life is determined by forces outside their control, like gears grinding in a vast machine. Under this illusion, the logical mind, what we call the noise, dominates. The noise whispers endless questions. What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? What if everything falls apart? And so the mind scatters your awareness across infinite imagined catastrophes. You are stretched thin across countless unreal futures, trapped in a restless state of superposition. You feel exhausted not because reality is against you, but because your attention has been fragmented, pulled in every direction by fear. But the quantum truth is that the logical mind is not your master. It is a tool. Your true power comes not from wrestling with every possibility, but from choosing. When you gather your awareness, when you breathe it back into the present, something profound occurs. Attention creates reality. In the laboratory, this is called wave function collapse. A particle, before being observed, exists in a haze of uncertainty. It is both here and there, moving up and down, a probability cloud. But when it is seen, when the observer arrives, the cloud crystallizes into one location, one state, one truth. The probability field condenses into certainty. You are doing the same with your life. Every thought is a measurement. Every focus is a choice. Every decision is a collapse into the reality you are entangled with. Imagine the double-slit experiment. When no one is watching, the electron moves like a wave, touching every path. When observed, it chooses. In that moment of observation, it leaves the blur of possibilities and declares, "This is where I am." And you, beloved soul, are that observer. The reality you live is not imposed from outside. It is entangled with the quantum signatures of your consciousness. The universe does not simply present itself to you. It mirrors you. And the mirror reflects whatever you are willing to look at with unwavering presence. Do you see the power in this? The exhaustion you've carried from chasing every possibility, from drowning in the noise of doubt and fear, dissolves the moment you remember the truth. Attention creates reality. Your gaze is not a passive act. It is the spark of creation itself. Your life bends to the direction of your awareness, whether you choose fear or trust, contraction or expansion, the fixed world or the chosen world. And yet, there is something else you must face. Because as you begin to choose differently, as you begin to align with the frequency of your higher self, the world will not always feel smooth. You will feel resistance, pressure, a tightening in your chest, an immovable wall in front of you. Your logical mind will whisper again, "Stop. You cannot pass. This is impossible." But what if that wall is not what it appears to be? What if the wall is not a barrier at all, but a threshold? What if the very pressure you feel is not holding you back, but preparing you to break through? This is where we journey next, into the hidden mechanics of the cosmos, into the mystery of quantum tunneling, into the revelation that discomfort is not your enemy, it is the energy of your becoming. Because here lies your next great remembering. Discomfort is momentum. Discomfort is the gateway. Repeat it with me in the comments. You have just remembered. Attention creates reality. That truth has already begun to rearrange something within you. But soon, as you step into this chosen path, you will encounter resistance. The old world will not let go easily. Fear will rise. Restlessness will coil inside your body. Doubt will echo in your mind. And you will feel it as pressure, as friction, as discomfort. Most people see this and believe they have failed. They say, "If I were truly aligned, I would feel only peace." But here is what you must know. Discomfort is not proof of failure. Discomfort is proof of momentum. Discomfort is the gateway. The old paradigm, the classical illusion, has taught humanity to fear discomfort. From childhood, you are told that pain means stop, that anxiety is weakness, that restlessness is a flaw to be fixed. You have been conditioned to run from discomfort, to numb it, to cover it with distractions. But all that does is trap you in the same patterns you long to escape. In the language of the mind, your logical thinking, the noise, interprets discomfort as danger. When you feel anxiety, it tells you to retreat. When you feel uncertainty, it tells you to cling to what is familiar. And so you stay where you are, circling the same limited outcomes, imprisoned by the walls your mind insists cannot be crossed. This is the classical belief, that obstacles are final, that walls are barriers, that pain is a stop sign. But here is the flaw in that thinking. The universe itself is not a fixed, locked machine. Quantum physics reveals that even the tiniest particles are not bound by rigid walls. What looks like an unbreakable barrier in the classical world is, in the quantum world, permeable. The particle does not smash through, it simply tunnels through. The mind says, impossible, but the field whispers, inevitable. Now breathe, feel the pressure in your chest. Notice the weight in your stomach, the tension in your shoulders. These are not punishments. They are not flaws. They are not evidence that you are broken. They are signals. They are the friction that builds the very energy you will use to leap. This is the truth of quantum tunneling. A particle reaches a wall that it does not have the energy to climb. In the classical world, this would be the end. But in the quantum world, the particle does something miraculous. It borrows energy from the universe, not to break through the wall, but to disappear from one side and reappear on the other. The wall was never as solid as it seemed. Now imagine your own life. The restlessness you feel, the dissatisfaction that rises in your chest. This is the energetic buildup before a quantum leap. It is the universe charging your field, preparing you to step into a reality that defies the rules of limitation. That tightness in your body is not a trap. It is the hum of energy gathering inside you. That anxiety you label as weakness is, in truth, the resonance of your future calling you forward. You are like the particle at the barrier. Your logical mind sees the wall and panics. But your deeper intuition, the quantum signature of your higher self, knows that you are not here to break the wall. You are here to dissolve into the field and emerge on the other side. Whole, new, transformed. That is what it means to tunnel. That is what it means to transcend. When you stop resisting discomfort, you discover something astonishing. The wall that felt unshakable begins to soften. The static of fear becomes a current of energy. And as you breathe into it, as you trust the quantum flow, you feel a shift. You are no longer fighting your feelings. You are riding them. You are allowing the universe to carry you beyond the barrier. Discomfort is momentum. Discomfort is the gateway. Say it again. Feel it. Let your cells hear it. Repeat it with me in the comments. Now, let us move from the abstract to the embodied. For you are not simply a mind that thinks. You are a living system that feels. Your consciousness is not floating in the air, detached from your form. It pulses through your nervous system. It vibrates through your cells. It breathes through your lungs. When the pressure rises, your body becomes the stage where the transformation is rehearsed. Notice how your shoulders tense when fear whispers. Notice how your breath becomes shallow when you are about to make a leap. These are not signs to stop. They are signals that the quantum field is stirring within you. And here is the doorway. Through awareness of the body, you learn to tune the frequencies you receive. Your body is not an obstacle. It is your instrument. It is your antenna, and every breath you take is a chance to bring it back into harmony. So as you stand before the wall, you do not fight it. You breathe. You soften. You allow the temporal resonance of your future self to vibrate through you. And in that vibration, you begin to dissolve the illusion of the barrier itself. You are not meant to remain stuck. You are not meant to circle the same patterns forever. The discomfort you feel now is not an end, but an initiation. The wall you see is a threshold, and when you learn to use your body as the bridge, you will discover how to step through that threshold into the life that is already waiting for you. Discomfort is momentum. Discomfort is the gateway. Repeat it with me in the comments. And yet, as you pass through, there is a deeper truth to awaken. Because your body is not only matter, not only muscle and bone, it is a receiver, a resonant field, an instrument designed to tune itself to the higher frequencies of who you are becoming. This is where we turn next. You have already remembered that attention creates reality. You have already begun to see that discomfort is momentum. Discomfort is the gateway. And now, we step into the truth that ties your inner world to the cosmos itself. Your body is not just flesh and bone. It is a living quantum antenna. Yes, every breath you take, every heartbeat, every subtle shift of posture is not random, not meaningless. Your body is the receiver of the quantum signatures that ripple through the vast ocean of the quantum field. You are not separate from the universe. You are the instrument through which the universe sings its song. The principle at work here is what physics calls quantum coherence. In the subatomic world, particles are waves that can synchronize, vibrating in harmony like notes in a cosmic symphony. When they fall out of harmony, when environmental noise disturbs them, this is called decoherence. The script calls this contraction, the tightening, the static, the heaviness in your body. But when the parts of you return to harmony, when your breath and your awareness align, coherence is restored. And coherence is power. Coherence is power. The classical illusion tells you that your body is a machine, flesh and circuits, a vessel to carry your mind around until it wears out. Under this illusion, you treat your body as if it were separate from your consciousness, as if it were an object you own instead of an antenna you inhabit. You push it, you punish it, or you ignore its signals entirely. But what happens when you do this? Stress builds, muscles tighten, the breath shortens. You walk through life in a state of energetic static. The logical mind, the noise, interprets this physical contraction as more evidence that you are unsafe, that you must fight or flee, that you must protect yourself at all costs. And so the cycle deepens. Tension creates fear. Fear creates more tension, until your entire being vibrates out of alignment. This is decoherence on a human scale. Just as a quantum system loses its delicate balance when bombarded by environmental noise, your inner harmony collapses when you allow external stress and internal resistance to dominate you. You lose the clarity of your quantum flow. You forget your nature as the observer. You forget that attention creates reality. The deeper truth is this: your body is not a burden. It is your portal. It is the most sophisticated frequency receiver in the known universe. Every nerve, every cell, every subtle pulse of your heart is tuned to the infinite field of possibility. Think of a radio. When the dial is off, all you hear is static. The song is still out there, filling the airwaves, but your receiver is not aligned. The classical mind hears the static and believes the music is gone. But when you breathe deeply, when you release the tension in your chest, when you allow your awareness to drop from your head into your heart, the dial shifts. The static dissolves. The frequency of your future self comes through, clear and resonant. This is quantum coherence in action. Just as particles align into perfect harmony when undisturbed, your body can align when you stop resisting what you feel. Stress is not your truth. Fear is not your essence. They are simply temporary vibrational patterns. When you relax, you restore the harmony between body, mind, and soul. You become like a tuned string, humming in resonance with the temporal resonance of the life that is calling you. And something extraordinary happens here. When your body is coherent, your awareness sharpens. Your intuition grows louder than the noise. You begin to sense subtle guidance, nudges from the field itself, whispers from your future self. Your physical state is no longer your prison. It is your compass. Remember this: coherence is power. Coherence is power. Coherence is power. Repeat it with me in the comments. The more you breathe, the more you align, the more reality itself bends to the frequency you hold. To embody this truth, you must learn the art of tuning. Not with force, not with control, but with presence. Every time you notice your shoulders tighten, you pause. Every time you feel anxiety rise, you listen. Every time your chest contracts, you soften. Take a deep breath in now. Hold it gently. Release it slowly, longer than the inhale. Feel how the exhale tells your nervous system, you are safe. This is more than relaxation. It is a signal to your inner wiring. The vagus nerve, the great communicator of your body, listens to your breath and carries the message of safety throughout your entire being. With each cycle of breath, you invite your system back into alignment. With each exhale, you dissolve the static of the classical illusion. Now, close your eyes for a moment and imagine your body as a vast network of strings, each one humming with its own note. When you are tense, those strings vibrate against each other, creating noise, friction, dissonance. But when you bring awareness into your body, when you breathe and release, the strings begin to align. The notes lock into rhythm. The interference collapses. The noise dissolves into harmony. This is coherence, the true state of your being. This practice is not abstract. It is alive in you now. You can feel the shift. You can feel the difference between noise and harmony, between contraction and flow. And as you practice tuning your antenna, you will notice how your external reality shifts to match. The world will begin to mirror the state of your coherence. Coherence is power. And when you hold coherence, you hold the key to transformation. Beloved one, your body is the temple of your quantum consciousness. It is not merely the shell that carries you through life. It is the bridge, the antenna, the sacred instrument tuned to the frequencies of the universe. When you honor it, when you breathe life into it, when you release the static of fear, you awaken its original design, to receive the signal of your destiny and transmit it into reality. With every inhale, you draw in possibility. With every exhale, you collapse a new reality. And with every moment of presence, you grow more coherent, more aligned, more powerful. Coherence is power. This is how you begin to live not as a victim of the classical world, but as a conductor of the quantum symphony. But there is one more truth waiting to be revealed. For even when you are aligned, even when your body hums as a perfect antenna, you may still feel something mysterious, a pull from beyond. A whisper that seems to come not from your past, but from your future. Have you noticed it? That sense that a version of you already exists on the other side of the leap, already living the life you dream of? That is not imagination. That is not fantasy. That is the hidden law of the cosmos beginning to call you back to yourself. And this is where we turn now, into the deepest and most mystical revelation. You are already entangled with your future self. You have already remembered that attention creates reality. You have already felt the rising pressure that is not punishment, but pure fuel, because discomfort is momentum. Discomfort is the gateway. And now, as your body learns to tune itself like a perfect instrument, vibrating in quantum coherence, you are ready to step into the next revelation. So let me ask you, have you ever felt as though a future version of you was calling you forward? A moment when you sensed something waiting for you beyond the horizon, as if it already existed. You may have dismissed it as fantasy, but here is the truth your soul already knows. You are not separate from your future self. You are entangled with it. This is not poetry. This is the fabric of reality. Quantum physics calls it entanglement. Two particles, once connected, remain inseparable. No matter how far they travel, when one shifts, the other responds instantly, even across galaxies. Einstein himself called this spooky action at a distance. And yet, experiment after experiment has confirmed it. Entanglement is real, it is measurable, it is the law of the cosmos. So listen closely. If two particles can remain linked across time and space, what does that mean for you? It means that the you who already lives in your desired reality, the you who has already crossed the barrier, who already breathes in coherence, who already stands in the fullness of your destiny, is entangled with the you who is here, right now. They are not separate. They are one system. And as you shift your frequency here, the future you resonates there. And as that future self vibrates in its wholeness, it calls you forward, whispering through the quantum field. Come home. I am entangled with my future. Repeat it with me in the comments. The classical illusion tells you that the future is ahead of you, far away, unknown, and uncertain. It tells you that time is linear, that you must wait, that your destiny is something you earn only after struggle. It whispers, you are here, and what you desire is there, and the distance between them is impossible to cross. In this illusion, you are taught that you are separate from what you seek. You look ahead and feel the gap, and the gap becomes suffering. You believe that the future is not yet real, that it must be built brick by brick, that until you see it, it does not exist. And so you hesitate. You delay. You wait for signs, while your logical mind continues to drown you in doubt. The noise tells you, if I can't see it, it isn't real. If I can't touch it, I can't trust it. This is the trap of classical limitation. It reduces reality to distance, to waiting, to separation. It convinces you that your highest destiny is always tomorrow, never today. Quantum physics tells us a different story. The experiments on entangled particles are undeniable. Two electrons, born from the same source, remain bound as one. Measure one here, and the other responds instantly, no matter how far it has traveled. No signal passes between them. There is no time delay. The connection is beyond space, beyond time. This is the essence of non-locality. Your consciousness is no different. The future you, the version of yourself who already lives in the reality you long for, is entangled with you now. That future self is not separate from you. It is another aspect of the same quantum system, vibrating in resonance with your current state. The temporal resonance between you and your future self is the invisible thread pulling you forward. When you feel a sudden spark of knowing, when a synchronicity appears at the perfect moment, when an opportunity arrives just as you've aligned your attention, that is not coincidence. That is the echo of your entanglement. That is your future self signaling through the quantum signatures that weave your life. And here is the profound truth. You are not creating your future out of nothing. You are aligning with the version of reality that already exists in the quantum field. You are not inventing a destiny. You are remembering it. You are stepping into the world your higher self has already chosen. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in deeply as you exhale. Imagine your breath stretching beyond your body, rippling out into infinity. Somewhere, another you has already succeeded, already healed, already awakened. As you feel peace before the proof, you shift your own vibration to match theirs. And in that moment, reality cannot help but respond. I am entangled with my future. This is not just a cosmic theory, it is a living practice. To embody this truth, you must learn to feel the resonance between your present and your future. Your body, the antenna, can tune into the signal of your future self. Through stillness, through conscious breath, through the release of tension, you begin to receive it. Have you ever had a moment when an idea, a chance meeting, or a sign arrived at the exact instant you needed it? That is a synchronicity, the evidence of entanglement. It is not random. It is not luck. It is the universe rearranging itself to bring you into alignment with your chosen reality. The future you had already called this moment into being, and your body, tuned, coherent, open, was able to catch the signal. This is why embodiment is essential. Without coherence, without an open antenna, you cannot hear the call. You cannot feel the subtle vibration of your future self reaching back across time to guide you. The noise of the logical mind, the static of stress, drowns it out. But when you breathe, when you soften, when you listen with every cell, the frequency becomes unmistakable. And as you continue this practice, you will notice a profound shift. Life begins to feel less like something happening to you, and more like something happening through you. You will walk into a room and feel your future self already waiting there. You will notice the universe arranging synchronicities like signposts, aligning people, opportunities, and insights in your path. The world itself becomes responsive, alive, participatory. This is not a coincidence. This is coherence. This is entanglement. I am entangled with my future. Beloved one, take this truth into your body now. Feel your breath. Feel the hum beneath your skin. Feel the silent thread that runs from who you are to who you are becoming. You are not moving toward your future. It is pulling you, calling you, drawing you forward through the quantum flow. You are the wave, already stretching into tomorrow. Every moment you choose alignment. Every time you hold the frequency of peace before the proof, your future self mirrors you. The connection is instant. The bond cannot be broken. I am entangled with my future. This is not a belief. This is the reality of the field. This is the code of creation written into your being. But here is the mystery. If you are entangled with your future self, why does the past still echo so loudly? Why do the same patterns, the same fears, the same voices of doubt return, even as you begin to step into a new state of being? Why does the old world still try to measure you by what you were, instead of who you are becoming? The answer lies in the final revelation of this journey. A law so fundamental, so absolute, that even the smallest particles obey it. The universe itself insists that you cannot be pinned down, that you are not a fixed identity, that your true nature is movement, flow, and becoming. And so we step into the next chapter, where you will discover how to dissolve the past's illusions and claim the unstoppable momentum of your new reality. I am entangled with my future. Repeat it with me in the comments. You have remembered that attention creates reality. You have embraced the truth that discomfort is momentum. Discomfort is the gateway. You have begun to tune your body, discovering that coherence is power, that your very form is a living quantum antenna resonating with the infinite field. And then, in Chapter 4, you felt the pull, the mysterious thread of entanglement connecting you to the future version of yourself that is already whole, already living the life you desire. But now, as you step into that future, something strange begins to happen. Old thoughts return, old patterns reappear, old fears whisper in the back of your mind. You haven't changed. You're still the same. Who are you to claim this new reality? These echoes feel so real, so heavy, that many turn back, believing they are trapped in an endless loop. But here is the revelation. Those echoes are not truth. They are artifacts. They are the shadow of a measurement already made. Just as in the laboratory, where the Heisenberg uncertainty principle proves that a particle cannot be locked into both its position and its momentum at the same time, so too can you not be fixed in your past and in motion toward your future simultaneously. Reality cannot hold you in both states. The echoes of your past exist only as ghost frequencies, remnants of old collapses of the wave function, old reality anchors still vibrating with yesterday's song. They do not define you. They are fading signals. And the moment you choose your momentum, the past becomes uncertain. The echo dissolves. I am momentum. The classical illusion insists that you are who you have always been, that your past defines you, fixes you, chains you. Every mistake you made becomes a scar you cannot erase. Every fear you felt becomes a prophecy. The logical mind, the noise, will point to your history and say, "See? You've tried before. You failed before. This is who you are, and who you will always be." This is the tyranny of measurement. In the classical world, to measure something is to pin it down, to strip it of its possibilities. In physics, this is expressed through the uncertainty principle. The more precisely you measure one quality, the less you can know of its partner. In the illusion of a fixed world, your past becomes the measurement, and it tells you who you are. It declares, you are this. You can only be this. You cannot escape this, and so you stay trapped in the same loop. You try to move forward, but the echo of who you were drags you back. You want to leap into a new reality, but the logical mind measures your past and says, you are stuck. You are defined. You are fixed. But listen closely, beloved soul, because here lies the most liberating truth of all. Quantum physics teaches us that a particle does not have both a definite position and a definite momentum at the same time. The moment you measure one, the other dissolves into uncertainty. This is the universe itself reminding you, you are not both fixed in your past and moving into your future. You are one or the other, and the choice belongs to you. Those old patterns you fear, those echoes of who you used to be, are not a prophecy. They are simply measurements of an old state. The universe tries to pin you in place by referencing who you were yesterday. But your consciousness, your attention, your choice, is the momentum that dissolves that measurement. Imagine a dancer on a stage. If you try to freeze her in place, you destroy the dance. The truth of her being is not in the frozen image of one pose, but in the flow between them. You are that dancer. Your past was one pose. Beautiful, yes, but incomplete. To cling to it, or to let the echo of it define you, is to kill the dance. But the moment you move, the moment you choose to embody the frequency of your future self, you become momentum itself. And momentum cannot be measured, cannot be confined, cannot be held down. The quantum echo is nothing but the residue of your old frequency reverberating through the field. But the instant you stop feeding it with your attention, it dissolves. I am momentum. Feel those words. Let them reverberate through your chest. Let them remind your nervous system that you are not the fixed past. You are the unstoppable unfolding of the future. This is the quantum shift. When discomfort arises, you no longer see it as a sign to retreat. When old patterns appear, you no longer mistake them for truth. You see them as echoes. You see them as fading signals, and you return your attention, again and again, to the temporal resonance of your future self. Because your higher self is not waiting for you to overcome the past. It is already vibrating in the frequency of what you desire. All you are asked to do is to remain coherent, to remain aligned, to remain faithful to the signal. The wall dissolves, the echo fades, the wave continues, and you remember, in every cell of your being, I am momentum. Now let us step into practice together. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your body, this radiant antenna of consciousness, humming with potential. Notice the echoes that return, the doubts, the memories, the old voices. Do not fight them. Do not fear them. They are not who you are. They are the afterimage of what you once chose to observe. They are not your future. They are the fading resonance of your past. Take a breath in. Hold it. Exhale slowly. As you do, feel the old echoes dissolving like ink dispersing in water. The universe is reminding you, what has been measured is not what must be. The probability field is still alive with infinite possibilities. Your future is already vibrating in harmony with the frequency of your becoming. When you rest your awareness on that resonance, when you embody the emotion of the reality you are choosing, you are declaring to the cosmos, I am no longer the echo. I am the wave. This embodiment is your empowerment. This is where philosophy becomes practice, and practice becomes transformation. You are no longer a victim of old patterns. You are the one who chooses what pattern will endure. You are no longer trapped by who you were. You are carried forward by who you are becoming. And each breath you take is a step further into the reality you have already chosen. Repeat it with me. I am momentum. I am momentum. I am momentum. Now, as your body vibrates with coherence, as your awareness locks onto the signal of your future self, the echoes of the past will continue to arise. But you will not fear them. You will not mistake them for truth. You will see them for what they are, resonant shadows of a self that no longer exists. And in that recognition, you dissolve their power. This is the gift of the uncertainty principle. You cannot be both the person you were and the person you are becoming. You must choose, and your choice is made, not in words, but in the frequency you embody with every breath. The universe is listening. The wave is waiting. The field is alive with infinite possibility, and it is your attention that decides. So I ask you, what will you choose to collapse? Will you allow the echoes of the past to anchor you, to trap you in the illusion of who you were? Or will you claim your identity as the wave, as momentum itself, and step forward into the future that is already yours? You already know the answer. Because the whisper of your future self has reached you here, in this moment. You are entangled with what you are becoming. You are already home, and your body is the antenna receiving the signal. The only task left is to dissolve the echo, to release the old measurement, and to trust the flow. And once you do, something even more profound becomes clear. For beyond coherence, beyond entanglement, beyond even the echoes of the past, lies the deepest law of the quantum world, the uncertainty principle, the cosmic reminder that you are never truly fixed, never trapped, never defined by yesterday's version of yourself. This is the final revelation we now step into. You have walked with me through this journey of remembrance. You have remembered that attention creates reality. You have learned that discomfort is momentum. Discomfort is the gateway. You have felt your body awaken as a quantum antenna, harmonizing with the signal of your higher self, and you have discovered the undeniable truth. I am entangled with my future. And now, you are ready for the final revelation. You are not bound by the echoes of your past. You are not defined by what has already been measured. For at the deepest level of existence, the universe whispers the most liberating law of all, the law of uncertainty. The Heisenberg uncertainty principle is not a limitation. It is freedom disguised as mystery. It tells us that you cannot know both your position and your momentum at once. The more you try to fix yourself into where you are, the less you can feel the wave of where you are going. And the more you choose your momentum, the less power your old position has to define you. Think of your past mistakes, your old failures, the moments you replay in your mind as if they still exist. The classical illusion says, that is who you are. You are the sum of your history. But the quantum field does not recognize that command. The field only listens to where your awareness is now. Every old echo is nothing more than an outdated measurement, and every measurement loses meaning the moment you choose a new frequency. This is why the shadows of the past feel so heavy when you begin to change. As you step into a new vibrational pattern, the old one reverberates, like a fading echo in a canyon. But an echo is not the voice. An echo is not the source. An echo is simply the memory of a sound that is no longer there. And in the quantum field, you are free to release it. Close your eyes again. Feel the resonance of your body, your antenna, humming in coherence. The noise of fear may still whisper, pointing to the old echoes, trying to measure you by what you once were. But now you know the truth. You are not that fixed point. You are the wave in motion. You are the unfolding. You are momentum itself. I am momentum. As you embody this, reality begins to bend around you. Old patterns dissolve. Old identities lose their grip. You realize that uncertainty is not a threat, but a sacred gift. Uncertainty is the doorway through which the infinite can enter. Without it, everything would already be determined, already locked, already closed. But because the universe is uncertain, you are free. Free to choose. Free to collapse new realities into being. Free to resonate with your future self and let their signal guide you home. Have you ever noticed how life speaks to you in whispers? A conversation overheard, a chance meeting, a sudden opportunity that appears just when you need it most. These are not coincidences. They are quantum synchronicities, ripples from the entangled future flowing into your present. They are the confirmation that your shift has been received. They are the universe saying, yes, keep going. You are already there. And this is the final truth of the quantum doctrine. You are not here to predict reality. You are here to create it. You are not here to be trapped in the old measurement. You are here to dissolve the echo. You are not here to fight the noise. You are here to tune your antenna to harmony. You are not here to chase your future. You are here to remember it. So breathe with me now. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. With every breath, you step further out of the shadow of who you were. With every breath, you tune more deeply into the frequency of who you are becoming. With every breath, you collapse the infinite into the reality you have already chosen. Repeat this with me in the comments. I am momentum. I am momentum. I am momentum. This is the heartbeat of your new reality. This is the rhythm of your becoming. And now, beloved one, as you carry this truth forward, you will notice something. The universe itself is no longer silent. It is alive with your resonance. It is responding to your attention. It is bending to your choice. So as we close this chapter, remember, you are not the echo of your past. You are the song of your future. You are not a shadow. You are the light. You are not fixed. You are flow. And now, as you step into the quantum field with open eyes, open breath, and open heart, you will discover that life itself is waiting to meet you where you choose to stand. The journey does not end here, for the quantum field is infinite, and you are infinite within it. This is not the end. This is the beginning. You are not a bystander in a fixed universe. You are the conscious observer, the tunneling particle, the coherent antenna, the entangled future, and the unstoppable wave. You are reality remembering itself through you. I am momentum. I am momentum. I am momentum. And so, beloved, I invite you, if these words resonate with the deepest parts of your being, if you feel the truth vibrating in your chest, let it be known. Share your recognition in the comments below. Let your voice echo, not as a ghost of the past, but as a declaration of your new reality. And subscribe, not just to this channel, but to your own higher frequency, so that every time you return more aligned, more awake, more alive. The echo is dissolving, the wave is rising, and you are stepping into the reality you have already chosen. I am momentum.